Welcome to my channel. My name is Gold Magic Harp. If you like my videos or enjoy Destiny guides, I would much appreciate if you hit the like and subscribe button. With the launch of the Season of the Chosen, at last the community seems satisfied with the various types of loot pursuits in the game. In today's video, we'll be going over the 6 new weapons added to the playlist this season, with Strikes, Crucible and Gambit having 2 each. In my God Roll guide, I will be only targeting the last 2 trait slots, as getting the perfect combination of only the last 2 trait slots will likely to happen only once out of 144 guns. Yes, you heard me right. That equals to a 0.7% chance of it actually happening, and focusing on the barrel, magazine and masterwork will only drive you nuts. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if the gun had a higher drop chance. The first weapon I'll be talking about from the Strike playlist is the third Axiom. This is pretty much bygones, but with slightly better stats in every department, and she even comes with a few beautiful perks. In the first trait slot, I suggest going for Surplus, Killing Wind, Zen Moment or Rangefinder, as they're all great choices. With Thresher, Dragonfly, Rampage and Multi-Kill Clip great for PvE, and Disruption Break great for champions. For PvP, I suggest going for Moving Target and Opening Shot, as these seem like the best options. Royal Entry has built-in tracking, which is the good news. The bad news is that it's a new strike reward, which means it's very rare. Field Prep, Auto-Loading Holster and Impulse Amplifier are decent for the first trait, with Wellspring, Chain Reaction, Lasting Impression and Cluster Bomb being great for the second trait. The Keening is an awesome sidearm, which has great base stats and low recoil. The weapon also has very high aim assist at 83, making the Keening very responsive and accurate. For PvE, Surplus and Wellspring always work well together as a great combo, but Killing Wind and Rapid Hit are also great options. In the second trait, I suggest Zen Moment, Dragonfly, Thresh or Surrounded. For PvP, Slideways, Moving Target, Snapshot and High Impact Reserves are all good options. Frozen Orbit actually surprised me, and it's a pretty decent Void Sniper, which fills that spot. With a combination of 50 zoom with 70 range and 90 impact, Frozen Orbit is a real solid weapon. This gun has tons of useful perks for PvE, with perks like Surplus, Clown Cartridge, Outlaw, Auto-Loading Holster and Lead from Gold available in the first slot, with Wellspring, Thresh, Kill Clip, Vorpal Weapon and Dragonfly in the second perk slot. It can also get some solid PvP perks, with Killing Wind, No Distraction and Moving Target in the first slot, and Snapshot, Opening Shot and Quick Draw in the second slot. Trinary System is one of Gambit's new weapons, an adaptive frame fusion rifle with many perk combinations. So many that it's next to impossible for anyone to farm a God Roll, unless they really enjoy Gambit. But if you're willing to farm Gambit and you get very lucky, there are a lot of great combos you can get on this fusion rifle. For PvE, you can use the Surplus and Wellspring combo. Ambitious Assassin, Killing Wind and Auto-Loading Holster are also great options for the first slot, with Killing Wind and Backup Plan great for the second slot, if you can find them. For PvP, Slide Shot and High Impact Reserves are the go-to, as you're always at the end of your reserves in PvP. The bottom dollar seems to be the community's favourite current weapon, with it being a powerful 120 round per minute hand cannon with 24 different perks, and is the sole reason why Gambit is seeing an all-time height of activity in the playlist. I recommend Surplus and Wellspring as a great combo, but Rapid Hit, Explosive Payload, Rangefinder, Rampage and even Dragonfly are good options here, with Killing Wind, Opening Shot my go-to for PvP. This is going to be a staple in Crucible and PvE until it sunsets after Witch Queen, so this gun will definitely deserve a spot in your arsenal, if you're lucky enough to find a God Roll. There is a ridiculous amount of perks available for each playlist weapon, and getting the roll you want is nearly impossible, even when not considering how rare the drop is. In this part of the video, I'm going to be going over the probability of actually getting the perfect god roll. Warning, there will be a lot of maths. Probability is the likelihood that a given event will occur. And to find the probability of an event, we have to use fractions of favourable outcomes over the total number of outcomes. Let's say you're trying to find the likelihood of rolling a 3 on a 6-sided die. Rolling a 3 would be the favourable outcome, and since we know a 6-sided die can land on one of the 6 numbers, the total number of outcomes is 6. So we know in this case there are 6 possible outcomes, with one outcome we're interested in. Now calculating the probability of multiple events is a matter of breaking the problem down into separate probabilities and then multiplying the separate likelihood by one another. Let's take the bottom dollar as an example. The gun has 9 barrels, 7 magazines, 4 masterworks, and 2 slots of 12 traits. And from what we know, they're all just as likely as each other. The easiest way to find the chance of getting your perfect god roll is by multiplying the fractions together. So we multiply it 1 over 9 by 1 over 7, by 1 over 4, by 1 over 12, and then by 1 over 12 again, which gives you a 1 over 36,288 of finding your 5 out of 5 god roll you want. If you want to find the percentage chance of this happening, just divide the favourable outcome, which is 1, by the total number of outcomes, which is 36,288. And after you move the decimal point to the right twice, you will have the percentage of the likelihood of this occurring, which in this case will be 0.0028% when rounding. Now it is still possible of getting your 5 out of 5 god roll. After all, if 10 million bottom dollars dropped, on average 275 of those will be the roll you want. But so far I've won 30 matches and I've only had 2 drop. So even when targeting just the last 2 perks, you'll still be pulling out your hair. Now there is a way to increase the chance of getting a roll, but that's only if you slap on Prosperity, which gives you a chance to drop an additional legendary when you win, but that barely scratches the itch. I think Bungie needs to implement one of these changes to help acquire these weapons. 1. The playlist activity should be a guaranteed drop within every 3 completions, with a chance at an additional drop if you have the Ghost mod. This will allow more regular drops and would be a great loot knowing that these weapons show up regularly after you finish a Gambit, Strike or PvP match. Or 2. Have playlist styled Umbral engrams that drop in the playlist that allows us to pick which weapon we get. This will guarantee what weapon we will get, further increasing the chance of a god roll. After all, sunsetting is a thing, and while it's around, grinds this rare shouldn't be. This is Gold Magikarp signing out. Blip blip blip.